What is going on, you guys? So today on the YouTube channel I'm going to be installing my new exhaust for the actual Evo 10. So the Evo 10 originally came with an Invidia N1 Exhaust, and it's okay, you know, like I like how it sounds and everything, but I don't like the fact that it's a single exit exhaust. So from then I'm just going to do now a dual exit exhaust, because that's what the Evo 10 came with, and then I feel like it looks way better that way. So the exhaust I chose today is the ETS, I think it was the V3 with the mufflers, just because of the fact that everyone recommend running the straight pipe one, but I'm trying to keep this, you know, like a daily driven car, and having straight pipe and all that stuff is probably going to be the most annoying thing ever. Probably raspy and drone. So this is what I went with, and look at the quality. It's crazy. The weld is absolutely amazing. I like how I love the fact that how they foamed up the tips and everything so it doesn't get damaged on the shipment. And the fact that, look at this, it came with, just like factory, 2 hangers, just like factory, versus the Invidia only has the 1 hanger. So that's a big plus. And also the fact that they give you the gasket to connect to your catalytic converter or test pipe. And on top of that, they also give you the V-band, since this is a V-band connection. So if I down the line do want to go straight pipe or like no mufflers, that's an option for me. And also they give you the sticker and all the small hardware and everything. It looks like they gave you the sleeve for one of the hangers in the back. Judging by what it looks like, I feel like it's going to be like right there. Anyways, let's get the car on stands real quick and everything, and I'll go from there. On second thought, I actually just thought about it that since I'm taking off the actual Invidia N1 exhaust, I might as well do a sound clip real quick of the cold start so you guys can see what it sounds like, and then versus the ETS afterwards. Anyways, let's get to it. guys, so I got the car all jacked up and everything. So there's jack stands and everything underneath the car, and then I just went underneath and look, and I guess what I found. I actually lost a rubber hanger here, but it's okay. I already have an extra torque solution one, so I was going to put it on anyway, so it gives me an opportunity to try out everything. I'm also going to change out the torque solutions for these mounts too and everything, so that the exhaust gets tucked nicely up into the wells and everything, and I don't have to worry about it rattling or moving around or anything. But since I'm under the car right now, I'm just going to check around. Looks like a little bit surface rust here and there, but it's okay, nothing crazy. And so far everything's okay. Just so you know, I've actually sprayed down like a PV blaster on all the bolts that I'm going to be taking out, just so that it's going to be making my life a little bit easier. So for what I would recommend doing first is try to take out the 2 bolts where the test pipe connects to the actual, I guess I want to call it the mid pipe, because those are the 2 bolts that are notorious to get either rusted or anything, because I live in the tri-state area, so in the East Coast where it snows and everything, so that will rust out a lot. So I would definitely recommend doing that. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to go underneath the car on the driver's side and spray some more WD-40 or PV blaster, and then let it soak a little bit, and then try to break the bolts loose. All right, let's get to it. All right, you guys, so I broke the 2 bolts and 2 nuts that's holding in the test pipe to the mid pipe. So now with that free, and then that whole entire, that was a little bit of a mission and a half just trying to break those free because of the rust and everything. But good thing that the ETS gives you 2 brand new bolts. Anyway, so now the Invidia N1 comes with this, if you can't see it right here, I think it's right there. I have a little open wrench on it right now. That right there, they actually have some kind of like a pipe coupling or something. It's not like a T-clamp, or I mean, it's not a V-band, I mean. So it's just like a clamp that clamps 2 pipes together. Those on this one is actually 14 millimeters, so that's awesome. So I'm just going to break those free, and then after that, that would definitely make the whole exhaust kind of like loosen everything. And then the only thing that's really holding the exhaust up is this factory motor mount right here. I mean, not motor mount, I'm sorry, exhaust mount right here. And then from there, hopefully I can just take all the take the 2 bolts that's holding in the test pipe to the mid pipe, and just slide that out, and then everything should come out free. Let's get to it. I'm just gonna put the camera down real quick and then just start unscrewing that real quick here. Alright, so now that coupling's off now, so that means that the only thing that's really holding this exhaust in one piece is this hanger right here. So I'm just gonna grab my hanger tool right here, which, by the way, if you're gonna do an exhaust swap, I know that, you know, like one time or something, but for me, I just did like a couple of exhaust swaps. It's definitely worth it to buy the exhaust hanger thing. I'll link that in my description so that you can know what one to buy on Amazon and everything. Okay, so just so you know, this is the exhaust hanger tool. All it is it's like a hook, and also it looks like a fork. So you just slide the, let me see, just take a look here. So you slide the rubber hanger right here, and then this this right here will push against the little, like, I guess like where it expands, so that pretty much you just clamp and then later you pull out the actual rubber hanger. So I just gotta make sure I'm safe, because since there's only one hanger, this thing can hit me in the face or something, so that would be a bad situation. Give me a second here. Let me just loop up the rubber hanger again so that it comes off a little bit easier. Give me a second here. Alright, so I just went to go get some white lithium grease. This is what I use. I would definitely not recommend using WD-40, because WD-40 has like penetration properties. So you ever notice every time you spray WD-40 onto the rubber hangers here, it starts to expand, so it starts to droop too. So that's probably why when I guess this one went missing, where it connects to the mid pipe. But anyways, I'm just gonna hit it real quick with some lithium grease. I'm just gonna move my little like sheet here and then just hit it real quick. Okay, and so the tool is going to be like, so let me see if I could, let me get a napkin or something. So here's the tool. So all I got to do is you're going to slide it behind the rubber hanger, and then slide it, the hook onto this, like, I guess like expansion part, and then gently, or try to squeeze it together, and then it should come apart. Give me a second. I'm gonna reposition this. Actually, you know what? Okay. So it doesn't. I'm gonna put it on the actual axle back, so it doesn't like go straight to the ground. That would be bad. Okay, there we go. It drops. And then just pull it out. There you go. Best tool ever. I mean, everyone uses like flatheads and pry bars, but I feel that's a little bit better and easier. Anyway, let's try to slip this baby. Okay, so technically I can go up to the front now. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can turn this mid pipe off. Alright, let me just, I forgot I put a nut there too, so that in case the bolt comes out, everything doesn't come dropping down. I'm just gonna go take that bolt out real quick. Alright, so I got the exhaust out. Here's the exhaust. By the way, it is for sale. Anyways, so when you're gonna put it back together again, what you're gonna do is just the reverse order. I definitely probably do the mid pipe, just kind of loose fit it, and then do the axle back afterwards. So once you put in like the hangers and everything, you can then readjust the exhaust. Since it's a V-band, it can go up and down and everything, so that it fits to your liking. A little bit of a trial and error. After that, once you get to where you want to be, and you tighten everything down. So let's get to it. I'm just gonna put the mid pipe on first and then go from there. All right, so all you gotta do is just make sure you align the actual pipe together, and then for the gasket, it definitely would help if you had another set of hands, but it's okay, you can do it by yourself. So I just usually put one bolt in first, guide it through. Alright, so since this is kind of like lightly screwed in, I'm going to go out back, and then I'm going to put the actual Torque Solutions exhaust hanger, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so this is probably going to be difficult since this doesn't have that much play. So what you want to do is, I would probably, since this part on the exhaust is a screw-on, so that's easier for later because you can just slide everything in, I would probably do the top first, get that in first, get it in place, and then go from there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to use some lithium grease on my fingers. Just try to lube this up real good so that it gives it a little bit, I guess, easier to go in. And then just try to see if it goes in. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, so I ran into a little snag. I ended up putting the axle back on, and then just so that I had a support for the mid pipe. But apparently, this is the problem right here. You can see it's so, since this is like a polyurethane torque solution exhaust hanger, it doesn't have that much play. So no matter how much I push up, this pipe is not going anywhere. Like, it's legitimately not going anywhere. The exhaust is tucked up, to be honest. The exhaust is really tucked up, really high. If you can see the V-band, it's literally not moving at all. Look, it's like you don't even see a flex. But however, I didn't use the polyurethane torque solution mounts for the rear. So as you can see from the exhaust, it's pretty nice. It's like flushed on both sides. So like judging by those two bolts are already kind of pretty tight already. It might be loose a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is this one right here, I already lost a hanger. I didn't even know about that. I'm gonna just order another OEM hanger and use that one instead, versus trying to get, you know what I mean, trying to get this polyurethane one in. It looks like it's not gonna happen, because if you look, I'll show you. If you look right here, it's pretty, just judging by the bolt, this is cocked to the one side. So you look at it, I can barely flex this to get it to fit, so that's going to be an issue. But other than that, clearance is pretty amazing so far. No issues whatsoever. So I'm just going to take this bolt right here out and keep it to myself for now. I'll just hang it. It's just going to stay there until I get an OEM one. Well, other than that, that's pretty much the install. Just so you know, I'll link everything in the description. The two bolts up there, the two bolts, and also the nut, that is 17 millimeter. And then this one right here, this one is a 13 millimeter nut right here. Other than that, I believe this is also a 13 too, if I'm not mistaken, with the sleeve. So I got to take out the sleeve just in case I lose that. I don't want to lose that, because that would really be bad. Let me just finish tightening everything down, and then I'm gonna give it a cold start and see what it sounds like. Alright, so just got washed up and everything, and I'm about to go for a drive and see how this exhaust sounds. Hopefully I can break it in and everything. Let's see. Wow, my car rattles a little bit more than, than normal. That's weird. Sounds pretty good. Sounds equal too, because before I could hear like the exhaust rattle to the right. Now it's like kind of like dead center. It's pretty interesting. Oh man, let's see, let's go for a drive a little bit real quick. Wow, let me tell you guys, this exhaust sounds absolutely amazing. I'm like it just sounds so weird. It's like a different weird, it has a growl to it, versus like the Invidia N1 is just like, okay, it's kind of loud, and it sounds pretty good. It's just, I don't know, it just feels different. Maybe it's because, you know, this is a new exhaust, but I don't know, I enjoy it. Like, it's definitely like hitting home right now. Like, I don't know, I feel like this is my exhaust that I enjoy now. But anyways, if you like my channel and also you like the content, please like and subscribe, and then hit that notification bell, and then you can actually get notification of when and when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a nice day.